women, the first step to not being an egomaniac is to admit that you are not happy with your results. And when you do that, everything snowballs from there. You have to admit that you have a problem. You have to admit that you want better for yourself, that you want to improve, that you are not where you would like to be. This is the hardest step because a lot of people don't want to admit that they are not happy with their results. When you imagine your perfect life, there is a certain way you would like for your perfect life to go. You have a dating life, a relationship that you would like to go a certain type of way. And if it's not going that way, or if it's not trending that way, then you are probably an egomaniac. So you have to admit you have a problem or a fault first before we can go and thinking about solutions. So once you admit that you're an egomaniac and you humble yourself about where you rank, the next step is acceptance of reality. Reality is objective. Many people operate within a subjective reality. Objective reality is something that you cannot change. You can have an opinion about objective reality, but you cannot change it. For example, gravity. I think most people would accept that gravity is a phenomenon of nature. It is an objective truth. You can observe it anywhere around the world. Most people accept that gravity is an objective truth. A subjective truth would be like your religious beliefs, or your political affiliations, or your belief about where you rank in the dating market. That is a subjective reality. Objective reality is something that you can have an opinion about, but it's going to be there regardless. Whether you believe in gravity or not, you are operating within it. Its confines. So I need you to understand, men, many of you, those of you who have an ego problem, think that you guys rank a lot higher in the dating marketplace than you actually rank. But your results tell you otherwise. What you believe you are, where you rank, is different, possibly, from what you actually have observed, and actually different from how women view you. Here's something that I always ask men. I ask them, where do you think you rank in the dating marketplace? Again, 10 being Mr. Perfect, 1 being your trash. And most men that I meet in my coaching practice will almost always say they rank somewhere between 6 or 7. Then, if I were to show their picture or give their stats to a girl and say, where do you think this guy ranks? A lot of them, these women will say, oh, I mean, I wouldn't even look at this guy. I'd say, well, what? Give him a number. Where would you say he would rank? And they'd say, oh, he's about a 2 or a 3. Men are surprised to find out where they actually rank. The women are telling them, you're not all that. You're not Drake. You're not Jay-Z. You're not anybody impressive. And yet they still think that they rank really a lot higher than they actually rank. It's embarrassing. Just admit you're probably a 2 or a 3. You're not happy with your results and work your way from there. Accept reality, fellas. The next step, accountability. So many men do not take accountability for their results. They blame women. They hate women. They think the problem are the women. Oh, women are modern. They're feminist. They're always looking for rich guys. They're gold diggers. They don't know what they want, etc., etc. You know what I think when I hear that? I hear a guy who's losing. A few select guys, the few select truth seekers out there are going to learn about women, accept their nature, and will see it as a challenge. They will see women's standards as a challenge, and they will try to meet and surpass their standards. So when a woman says, I only look at guys who make six figures, many guys cower and they blame the girl. They say, you're just a gold digger. Instead of thinking, well, that's not a problem because in 10 years, I'll be making six figures, and 15 years from now, I'll be a millionaire. So that's not a problem. They would rather blame the girl than blame themselves for their results.